Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Through this video, we will learn Chapter 2 Ecology and these are the subtopics. We will focus on 2.1 Ecosystem Concept and here are the learning outcomes. A. To define ecosystem, B. To describe the lake ecosystem, and C. To describe the terrestrial ecosystem of tropical rainforest stratification. Ecosystem is a relationship between all biotic and abiotic components in a particular area that continually interact. Examples of biotic components are plants, animals, and decomposers, while for the abiotic components are hydrosphere, atmosphere, and lithosphere. Marine and lake ecosystem are examples of ecosystem. Interaction between biotic and abiotic components in an ecosystem influence all plant, animal communities and the environment. This is because the abiotic factors plays an important role in limiting the type of organism that is able to survive in a habitat. We can see this through the energy flow and also the nutrient cycling. The two ecosystems that we will learn are the lake ecosystem and the terrestrial ecosystem of the tropical rainforest. So this is the view of the lake ecosystem. As you can see here, the lake ecosystem is divided into three zones. The first one is the photic zone, and the second one is aphotic or the profundal zone, and the third one is the benthic zone. Based on light penetration, the lake ecosystem is divided into two: photic zone and aphotic zone or the profundal zone. The photic zone is the zone of surface waters or the upper layer which light penetration is sufficient for the photosynthesis. And based on distance from the shore and the water depth, the photic zone is divided into two: the littoral zone and the limnatic zone. The littoral zone is a well-lit shallow water close to the shore where rooted and aquatic plants are dominant. Examples of floating plants are the water lilies, duckweed, emerged plants, submerged plants, and the insect larvae. The aquatic plants of the littoral zone produce oxygen, provide food and shelter for the insects, crustaceans, frogs, turtles, and fish. The other zone in photic zone is limnatic zone. The limnatic zone is a well-lit open surface waters far away from the shore, and it is habitat of the phytoplankton, zooplankton, and fishes. The phytoplankton serves as the base of lakes' food chain and producing oxygen. The second zone based on light penetration is aphotic or profundal zone. This profundal zone is open water below the level of light penetration. Receive insufficient light for photosynthesis and situated beneath the photic zone. This zone doesn't exist in shallow lakes because sunlight reaches all the way to bottom of pond. It is inhabited by the detritivores that feeds on dead organisms or the fishes. In between photic and aphotic region, we have the compensation point. The compensation point is which photosynthesis rate and respiration rate are in balance or equal. So the amount of oxygen being produced by the photosynthesis will just balance the amount of being used by the respiration. So the net gain of organic material in photosynthesis will be zero. The next zone is benthic zone. The benthic zone is the bottom of all aquatic biomes. It can be shallow or deep, means the light can penetrate or no light can be penetrate. Decomposition occur at this benthic zone, so we can find the decayed plants and animals sink at the bottom and accumulate to become the sediment. The benthic zone is dominated by the oxygen-consuming organism, and these organisms gain their energy source from the organic matter that drift down from the littoral and the limnatic zone. This benthic zone also dominated by the benthos. Benthos is the flora and fauna that can be found on the bottom or in the bottom sediment of the sea and the lake. Move on to the second ecosystem, which is terrestrial ecosystem, and focusing on the tropical rainforest. Tropical rainforest is the richest and the most diverse biome. It has high temperature, high humidity, and receives large amount of rain throughout the year. The tropical rainforest composed of 5 layers, begin with ground layer, shrub layer, understory, canopy, and emergent. This picture shows you a few examples of organisms inhabited at different layers of the tropical rainforest. While this table shows you the different types of tree and animal of community inhabited in the different layers of the tropical rainforest. The top level of tropical rainforest is the emergent layer. It consists of crowns of the oldest, tallest trees, some 40 meters or more in height. It also exposed to the direct sunlight, warmest temperatures, lowest humidity, and stronger winds. Some examples of the plants we can find at the emergent layer is Meranti, Tualang, Jati, Cengal, and for the animal we have eagles, monkeys, and birds. The second layer of the emergent layer is canopy. It reaches of height of 30 to 35 meters, exposed to more sunlight. And examples of plants that we can find at this canopy layer is epiphyte such as orchids and animals such as insects, bats, and birds. Here is Meranti and Jati. The next layer of the canopy is understory. Understory receive little light, which is less than 5%. Here we can see many plants adapted to climb already established host trees. Examples, lianas, which is the woody tropical vines, as you can see in this picture. After the understory, we have the shrub layer, which receive only little light, about 2 to 3%. It consists of smaller plants, and we can see mammals such as sloth and monkeys live only in the tree and never climb down to the ground. So this is the shrub layer and the animal inhabited it. The lowest level of the tropical rainforest is the ground layer. It consists mostly ferns and some flowering plants. We can also find the drop leaves, fallen trees, and dead animals that undergo decomposition. The decomposition nutrient then taken up by and stored by the trees, vines, and other plants. There is a little litter is found on ground layer because the rapid cycling of scarce soil nutrient occur here.